Very much, Mern. And our next speaker then from the Freie Universität of Berlin is Achim ROHDE. Achim.
Yes, hello everyone. Good morning. Achim ROHDE is my name. I'm a Middle East historian and I'm representing Academy in Exile at Freie Universität Berlin today. Let me just share my screen with you to start the presentation. Here we are. All right, so Freie Universität Berlin is one of the leading universities in Germany, and it has joined the Academy in Exile consortium, of which I will about which I will tell you some more details later on, in 2018 as part of its activities in support of scholars at risk. And it hosts the critical thinking residency program of Academy in Exile. In addition to Academy in Exile fellows, Freie Universität Berlin is also quite active in hosting other scholars at risk that are funded through the various support programs that exist across the globe, like Scholar Rescue Fund, the Einstein Foundation, the Philip Schwartz Initiative. So altogether, we have about 30, a little more than 30 exile scholars that are currently hosted by Freie Universität Berlin. Actually, in September 2020, this year, just a few months ago, the university developed a strategy paper that details its sometimes not all too easy balancing act between the quest for internationalization, international cooperation, that is very important for Freie Universität on the one hand, and on the other hand, its wish to resist being co-opted and participate in acts of political repression or the shrinking of academic freedom in countries and within institutions with which Freie Universität actually is cooperating or is seeking to cooperate. This is sometimes, a certain tension between these two priorities, and Freie Universität has developed a strategy of what they call a responsible internationalization, detailing guidelines of how to treat the possible tension that is inbuilt in these two the priorities of assisting scholars at risk, guarding academic freedom across the globe, and the quest for internationalization and competitiveness on the global market, etc. In being a very research strong and very internationalized university in Germany, it also has quite a good infrastructure in support of young scholars and international scholars on the doctoral and postdoctoral levels. May I just mention the Dahlem Research School at this point, which is an institution within Freie Universität that offers courses and seminars concerning practical skills and all kinds of professional trainings. And all the exiled scholars that are hosted at Freie Universität are eligible to join in those courses offered by the Dahlem Research School, and in that way they can also enhance their networking and their contacts within Freie Universität and connect with other scholars through those courses. In what follows, I will portray in some more detail the activities of Academy in Exile and of another project that's run at Freie Universität, the Academics in Solidarity Network. So about Academy in Exile, it was founded in 2017 at the initiative of Kader Kornuk, a professor of Turkish studies at the University of Duisburg-Essen, who is also acting as the director of Academy in Exile. Actually, we are a consortium consisting of altogether 4 partners. It's not simply a project hosted at Freie Universität, but rather a consortium which is carried by 4 institutions, 2 of them in the regional state of North Rhine-Westphalia, with the University of Duisburg-Essen and the Kulturwissenschaftliches Institut. That's, research institute carried by various universities across the region of North Rhine-Westphalia. And 2 more institutions located in Berlin, the Forum Transregional Studies, which is part of the Academy of Sciences of Berlin-Brandenburg, and the Freie Universität Berlin. All of these institutions are represented in the council, which is kind of the board of directors of Academy in Exile. I am part of the team, and the council and team closely work together in running the program and working with our fellows, of which at the moment we have long-term fellows being with us for the duration of 2 years, and we also sometimes hand out like emergency fellowships for people in specific and very concrete risk situations for shorter periods of 3 months. And our work is assisted by an advisory council of scholars from other German universities and the US and also Australia. Academy in Exile is a bit different from programs like the Scholar Rescue Fund or the Philip Schwartz Initiative, in that we focus on a specific range of disciplines to begin with, that is the humanities and the social sciences, including law and economics. We do this because we work along a cohort model. That means we assemble groups of scholars at the various host institutions within North Rhine-Westphalia and in Berlin, and work with them in various ways. Or by forming cohorts of fellows, we create kind of a social and also an intellectual environment for joint activities. We do, workshops, regular colloquia. We develop online courses that are being taught by our fellows. We have a publication series, and at the same time, we also do a lot of coaching and networking to connect our fellows to their disciplinary environments within Freie Universität and also in the broader Berlin or even German context. What we also do is we assist them in applying for other programs for scholars at risk, or to get them into the academic market, to get them employed positions. And we take some pride in having been able to channel more than 80% of our fellows into follow-up projects after the end of their fellowship. Our fellows are selected based on open calls for applications along 3 criteria. Of course, the first is academic merit, and then the risk status that we evaluate along, situations of risks that emanate from an applicant's engagement, or either academic work or engagement in human rights, democracy, in pursuit of academic freedom, as a civil society activity. And last not least, we also see how far an applicant can fit in the environment of Academy in Exile and to further our agenda of joint work that we develop. All right, at the moment we have a new cohort of fellows slowly arriving in Berlin despite Corona-related restrictions, and altogether 8 new scholars have already arrived or on the way to come to Berlin in the coming weeks and months. The second project at Freie Universität that I would like to highlight here is the Academics in Solidarity Network, a peer mentoring program founded by colleagues here at the Freie Universität that connects exiled researchers and established scholars at universities in Germany, in Lebanon, and in Jordan. So it's also like a transnational network, including universities in Europe and the Middle East. Academics in Solidarity Network, as the name already implies, creates a network of solidarity. It strengthens the value of cross-cultural research cooperation, and it opens up new opportunities for the mentees within the academic environment of their host country. The program mostly offers support to displaced and endangered scholars through mentoring. That is academic counseling and network building. Mentors who volunteer to be active in the network are offered special training as well as some administrative and technical support, both prior to and throughout the mentoring process. The project is funded, as you can see on this slide, by the Federal Ministry of Education and Research, and is currently consisting of more than 100 registered mentors and about 116 mentees. In addition to the mentoring activities of the Academics in Solidarity Network, they also have some activities, mostly at the moment at least under Corona conditions, online conferences like this annual conference that was just launched as a series of online webinars in October this year. They also offer small grants, that is financial support for mentees, like travel funds, funds for workshop organization or webinar organization nowadays, and also some support in financing publications. To end with a broader view on the Genius Loci of Berlin, I would like to mention a third initiative here. Berlin, with its 3 universities and a wealth of other research institutions, has turned into quite an important hub for exiled scholars in recent years. And in addition to the projects that I have just mentioned at the Freie Universität and similar such projects, and exiled scholars being hosted also at other universities and research institutions in Berlin. There's also grassroots initiatives and newly set up structures like Off University, which you can just see here on this slide. Off University is basically a network university whose work is completely online from its very beginning, even before Corona. They offered online courses and in this way try to uphold and sustain academic life and knowledge threatened by anti-democratic and authoritarian regimes. Most of the scholars, the exiled scholars active in Off University, originally came from Turkey, but they have also scholars from other countries that are active in their Off University. Has been working closely with about 10 universities in Germany and also in the US in hosting those online courses, and the credit transfer is possible for students that register for such courses. Off University, they they run a blog, they have a publication series. You might want to check out their website, they're quite active online. And quite a number of scholars that are hosted by Freie Universität in the various programs, including Academy in Exile, are also active and teach courses at Off University. So Berlin is a place where quite a range of opportunities exist for scholars at risk or exiled scholars, and happy to take questions after the end of the session. I'm done with my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Achim. Very interesting projects there. So that's brilliant.